Welcome to King Lizzard's Game Lounge. This is my first Taken King video, part 1. Enjoy.
I was born the moment the Traveler died, as everything collapsed around us. Before that day, there had never been a ghost. There had never been a guardian. I don't know much about the Traveler, but I know it made me to bring you back. And I spent a really long time searching for you. The Cosmodrome? Not the first place I looked. As I saw the other ghosts find their guardians, and the centuries went by, I wondered if I'd ever find you. And then, I did.
I remember everything about the day I was born. I still bear the scars. The Awoken are my family now. And I am their queen. We fought to keep our beautiful creation safe. And now this beast has come, claiming to be king. Marasav bows to no one. You and I know how this ends. We've known since you escaped from that pit. The Awoken have played their part. This was all part of the plan. Guide them, my hidden friend. It is all up to you now.
Guardian, this is Commander Zavala. The Cabal base on Phobos is blasting a signal across all channels. If they're willing to break transmission silence, this could be a prelude to a full-scale assault.
We're setting down on Phobos now.
I'll be monitoring your feed, Ghost. Good luck to you both.
Wow, what a startup. That was quite an exciting beginning to the Taken King. Actually had a bit more story there for a change from Destiny. Some really nice graphics, nice battle sequence there with the Awakening and the Hive. That freaked me out pretty good, that spaceship coming up there. Whoa, that looked really, really impressive. I'm not sure, maybe I'm imagining this because I haven't played the game for such a long time, but it seems like there's been a major overhaul in graphics here. It just looks a lot smoother and a lot more impressive with lighting and stuff. That ship coming up over the hill there looked amazing. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. Lots of dying Cabal here, this isn't looking good for me. So let's see what we get on this level. Now, this is the very first mission that you get to do in the Taken King DLC. And it sort of makes you wonder, seeing that video sequence. I mean, surely they haven't killed the Awoken Queen, or have they? She must have escaped that, surely. I hope not. I quite like her character. I quite like the brother character as well. I mean, I know obviously he made it away there in his ship by the looks of it, but hopefully we haven't just seen the Queen's demise. Hopefully she finds a way out. So we get our first warning that we're walking into an area of death. That's obviously going to grasp me up, I guess, this little light. So I mean, the one thing that, you know, I noticed with this particular level, and there's some quite cool little sequences. One thing I sort of missed there, there's a Cabal trying to escape there. He gets flattened by that falling part of the lift shaft type thing. And then we've got lots of this emanations going on around us, and you're initially thinking, what the hell is this? And it's all, you know, pretty impressive looking graphics and stuff.
I will endure.
Obviously in the background we've got our friends in the tower on intercom with us.
They speak a word, a name.
Giving us a bit of backfeed on the story, and this takes us into our first glimpse of the big man and our first boss of the game. I'm using here the Fawn. One great thing about Taken King is if you had any bounties left over between the changes of the models of game, e.g. the old model of Destiny and the new model of Destiny, they actually gave you the bounty. So I had two of these spawns that I had a complete nightmare time trying to complete. If any of you follow me regularly, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I'd had this bounty reset like 1,000 times, I think. And I was just so close so many times and then got cheated out of the XP. I think it's something they deliberately did, that every Tuesday it reset your progress on the bounty, which I found really annoying because I just don't have the time to put into, you know, multiplayer that it's needed. I mean, you probably have to play multiplayer something crazy like 10-12 hours straight to have gotten this spawn done. So, or at least in a week anyway. But fortunately, they gave any outstanding bounties to you, and this was one of 3 things I got given. I got given also a bad juju, which I already had anyway. I get my Hunger of Crota out. I think one of the, there's the boss, first boss down, excellent, so all that stuff stopped hassling me now. Get straight in here, nice blue emblem there. Now the first thing you'll notice in the Taken King, if you haven't played Destiny for a while, obviously this happened in the, I think it's the 2.01 patch, the latest patch, or something like that anyway, where the light system's changed entirely. I mean, Destiny is very much a different game now. You don't have to spend ridiculous hours grinding to level up. You will actually level up just playing the game. However, your gear will dictate your light, and this time round your character's ghost as well as cloak, armband, you know, depending on the type of character, or I think it's some kind of sheath that the Titan has, that all is accumulated with your weapons and your general armor for your legs, your arms and your chest and your head to make up your overall defense or light abilities in the game. So, your gear still counts, but the one thing that becomes first, immediately apparent is that all the gear that you have, including those exotics that you work night and day for a very long time, and I spent a whole year getting most of my stuff. I mean, all of that stuff now is a lower level than all the new stuff. Even the new common items in Taken King are more powerful than most of your exotics. So you'll find yourself ditching the old weapons that you work so hard for and using some of the new stuff. And there's still some guns, that are okay. I mean, they'll work up to pretty much level 30 like they used to, but once you get above level 30, they obviously become less damaging to the enemies. I mean, one example is my exotic sniper, the Icebreaker gun. I absolutely loved to death, and it was kind of my main choice of gun in some very difficult missions. That actually has been impaired quite a lot. I mean, one, apparently it was nerfed in this patch, but two, it's in a level 41 strike, it was taking me around 4 to 5 hits to take down a level 41 Vanguard. I think it's a Vanguard anyway. These guys, the fallen guys with the swords that kind of rush in invisible on you. So initially I could kill one of them instant if I hit them anywhere. If you hit them in the head, it's about 3 shots. So, your gun is quite seriously impaired at the higher levels. This Fawn gun as well is about 5 shots, whereas normally it would be 1 or 2 shots on most of the larger enemies. And obviously not bosses and stuff, but the bigger enemies in the game, you can't actually rely on the guns that you used to do the damage you used to do. These guys are quite deadly on the edges of things. These guys will actually blow you off the edges of ledges and stuff, so you do need to be very wary of that, because when they kneel down to shield themselves, they'll fire that beam off there, and it kind of pushes you quite a way off away from them. And obviously if you're on an edge and it's an edge where you die. So you really do need to watch where your footing is in the game as well now, compared to the enemies that you're fighting. Now these are basically Taken characters that we're seeing with these kind of ghostly images, and these guys will actually split into 2 as well, so they duplicate. Apparently we can't kill them, we kind of just get rid of them for a bit, if you like, and that's what the story's suggesting anyway. It's the guy we need to kill at the top in order to stop all this stuff happening, who's actually gathering his forces by possessing other races and stuff. So far so good. And a couple of scares, nothing too major. Quite a few enemies there. Give those guys a bit of Hunger of Crota to play with. That took a few of them out there. That's still got a bit of damage on these guys. Now this is a level, I believe it's level, it's a 25, level 25 level, so this one's not too bad. But you'll see some strikes that I'm going to post up, and you'll see what I'm talking about, some of the other weapons. I do a couple of the strikes to post quite soon. Plus I've got another 3 parts of this prepared, the very first 3 chapters of the Taken King I've got pretty much set up. I just need to finish off some touch-ups on them and stuff. So we've got to get out of here now. They've made the call that this just isn't the place for me to be. So we'll take a few of these guys out. So not too hard a level, the first level. Quite interesting level. Quite a nice bit of story. Plus also one thing you do see in this version of Destiny, or this DLC, is that you see some fleshing out some of the other characters we've got to know for a long time.
gather them. I will take them all.
My contacts near Saturn say the weapon fired only once.
It's not like the Queen to attack a superior force.
How could she have known? How could anyone? We need a warlock inside the Dreadnought.
Here we go.
Our first priority must be to protect the city. Our Guardian got a good look on Phobos. Whatever it was, it turned Cabal against Cabal, wiped out their base in minutes. How long would we last?
Until we understand what we're dealing with.
They are taken.
Eris, get your rock off my map.
It hasn't spoken since Crota fell. It speaks now because Oryx has arrived, come to fulfill the final covenant of his son.
But why fight the Cabal?
Not fighting. Taking. Controlling their will.
So we focus on his army. Kill these Taken until he's all that's left.
Whatever you kill, Oryx will replace.
The Dreadnought, then. How do we get past that weapon?
Without ending up like the Awoken.
I gotta go, see about a ship.
Cade, our discussion is not yet concluded.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm leaving.
Well, thanks for watching. Please remember to rate and subscribe. I'll be back with more Destiny soon.